G'day everyone, it's Curtis here. Welcome to an On the Back Wheel first ride video. Today I'm taking out the 2023 Honda Africa Twin. This is the base model. We're going to hit up Mount Me, which is nearby. First we're going to ride on some highway, then some twisties, some dirt and gravel roads, and then get into some pretty serious off-road stuff. I'm really looking forward to it. This is completely standard except for it has a center stand down here. So we'll see how that goes. It has the stock tyres, the Karoo Street. As you can see, they aren't very street orientated. I'd say they're about a 70-30 tyre. The rear looks okay. The front looks like I'm going to have some ass puckering moments, but we'll see how it goes. Man, I have to say, this is an absolutely gorgeous bike. If this isn't the best looking adventure bike out there, oh, I don't know what is. It is absolutely stunning. And look at this paintwork. By the little scratch there. It is gorgeous. Man, what a nice looking bike. And from all angles, it looks great. You know, my v-strom, it looks good from the front, and certain angles with the back, it looks like a dog's breakfast. This looks great. Well, except for this huge tail tidy, but that's an easy enough fix. You can get rid of that. Looks absolutely fantastic. 21-inch front, 18-inch rear wheel. Let's throw a leg over. We'll see how it feels. Look, immediately, it's not as tall as you would think. I had this in the high seat position. When I first picked it up from the dealership, it was in a low position. And for all you short riders out there, people with shorter legs, I was touching knees bent with flat feet. Even now in the high position, you can see I have both feet flat and my knees are slightly bent. So for the shorter stature riders, people with short legs, this could be a really good option. Sounds pretty fruity. Done a good job for a stock exhaust. Right. The first thoughts I have is, this feels like a big Aprilia Touareg 660. And that is a very good thing, because man, I love that bike. So that's promising. The suspension, it feels firm. I wouldn't say stiff, firm when you get on it. Something like my v-strom or a Transalp, my 800D, when you sit on that, it's mushy and kind of soft. This doesn't have that feel. It feels very purposeful. Similar to, say, a 890 Adventure. Feels pretty light, commanding position too. I feel like a king of the road ride this thing. The dash is clear and easy to read. It took a bit to get my head around when we first got on. I had to bust out the manual. I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing. For today's ride, I've set 2 user modes. So you've got 2 customizable modes. User 1 is just a road mode I put on, full power, ABS on, traction control's pretty low, engine braking, set engine braking on this, put that in the middle. Then I've got a user 2 mode, off-road, user 2, that I just set for off-road, so ABS off. The seat's pretty firm. I wouldn't say it's uncomfortable. It'll probably suit on a longer day, but definitely not bushy like my v-strom. Feels like a dirt bike seat almost. Yeah, really far forward and back too, so that's good. Alright, there's a 100 zone here. Slow down, back in a second, no one's behind me. Let's see how it goes. Full noise. Very linear power. I thought it would have a little bit more, to be honest. It's just, boom, flat power curve by the feel of it. There's no like boosted bottom end or mid-range, just completely linear the whole way. Interesting. I think it's going to be really good off-road.
At 6 foot, the wind hits me straight in the chest and up. There is some wind noise, but there isn't any buffeting. At highway speeds, it feels like it's loping along, and it is pretty tall geared. You could do this all day. I tested out the cruise control. The thumb reach to turn it on is quite far and awkward. Once it is on, it works well, and it's easy to go up and down speeds.
Highway thoughts, feels like I do it all day, just loping along. Cruise control is always nice too. Suspension is quite firm on the road, just on the little bumps. Once you hit the bigger bumps, it seems to really soak it up nicely, but the little bumps is definitely a firmer ride. On-off throttle, really good, even in this full power mode. Alright, twisty time. Yeah, this thing feels fantastic. It feels pretty light, to be honest. Very flickable. Not what I expected from such an imposing looking bike. A lot of maneuverability in the bars. Yeah, I'm definitely liking this so far. Let's see how much water we've got here. Yeah, there's a lot of water here, so that's going to make some of the crossings fun. Hell yeah. Standing up. That feels pretty good. Definitely need to be down in attack position because for me, I'm stretching down a little bit to the bars. Tell you what, I've got complete confidence in these tyres on the road. A bit. The second gear starts to pull nicely. You're just going to wind it on a bit more than you thought. Hard brake. Gotta love it when those emergency lights kick in when you're braking hard. There they go. Tuk, 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 tuk. These tyres stick on the road. Okay, we are just about to hit the dirt. Let's change some settings. This is where things are a bit annoying. I have to turn off traction control. I think I hold it and turns it off. Yeah, and then the same for wheelie control. Then I go to my other user mode because you can't see any of that here in the user mode. Powerful, traction control off, ABS off-road. I just chatted to a local and he said he was riding up here today and it was really wet. Test out the ABS. Rear's on. How do I get rid of that? Alright, let's try the off-road mode, see if the ABS is on. Oh, how do you turn that off? F***ing ABS, guys. A little bit of water, not too bad. Whoa! Okay, deeper than I thought, it's got saturated. Let's see how we go off-road. It's got a good note to it, this thing. I love it with the exhaust. I've just got a feel for these tyres first. I think the front's gonna cause me some moments. So the start of this ride is kind of this style. It will get rocky and shaly, and there will be some washouts because of the rain. Good chance to get a feel for the bike. Pressure's all at stock. It's not a bad thing here because you can get punctures really easy on this rocky crap. Sharp rocks. Oh, I need to turn the ABS off. I don't know how. Might have to stop, pull over, read the manual again. This rear tyre works alright. I mean, it's perfect conditions since it rained last night, but so far. Could also be how it builds power. It's so linear, might not break traction as well as much as other bikes. I'm liking this so far. Okay, I found the ABS function. You've got to have ABS in off-road mode, and then you're going to be in a user mode where you can turn it off. And when you have a different display in the background, you can't actually select it. So I had to go into settings, change it to a different display background so I could change the setting. So do you want it off? Yes, I definitely want that off. It's terrifying. This stuff is a very good test for suspension. Rocky, shaly. It's a bit rough. Standing up on the pegs. Crossover. Sharp rocks. Dodge them. Don't want to puncture. That'd be awkward. Oh, big hit. The rear's looking up pretty good. I know the conditions are great, but I'm surprised. We'll see how it goes in the muddier stuff. So initial thoughts on the dirt. Handling is very good. The suspension, too early to tell. Seems a little bit rough on the sharper stuff. Really enjoying the bike, to be honest. Power is very good. You can't just leave it one gear and roll it on. A bit annoying how hard it is to turn everything off. If you're riding off-road, you don't want all that stuff on. It's dangerous. Third gear, just lugging it. No dramas at all. A lot of sharp rocks here. soaking them up okay. Wouldn't say it's magic carpet ride, but it's okay. Oh. See how it feels in the leaflet of these crappy tyres. Not even, just breathing on the throttle, look. Oh, a free later, go away. Seeing where this goes out of curiosity. I get a feel for this off-road. The front ABS kicked in even then. Whoa, 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 whoa. Now, I'd be pretty confident in this on the v-strom. Not so much in these tyres being a new bike, but struggle to get up the pegs. There we go. You couldn't ask for better riding conditions, tell you what. So good. Don't love the front ABS. I don't know how to turn it off yet. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa! Well, I held that somehow. Let's have a look at that skid. I was just saying, I don't like the front ABS. As I was saying that, I'm like, I'm not going to stop. It's kicking in a little bit. Yeah, there it is. Skid, 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 sideways, hit that. To a halt. Hey, look at that. I had the front a bit crooked. There you go. There's got to be a way to turn that off, guys. I'm going to Google it when I get reception. I don't want those kind of moments. Just want to add the boom. See, look at that. That's in off-road setting. I was saying earlier, you know, I thought this would have more go to it. It's quicker than you think because it's so linear. That's where I got in trouble a bit back there. It's so linear. Next thing you know, you're doing way quicker, and it's pretty smooth. Beautiful. If you bring the front up just a little bit even like that, we'll do it again. So we go. Then go to pull on the brakes, it doesn't know what to do. It kind of has a fit, the ABS. Decent water crossing. Big girl loves it. All right, let's get out of this deep gravel here. Rock. Trying not to get bogged in. Oh, kept weight on the pegs. And go through here. Nice. Starting to get a feel for the bike a bit more. Let's see how it handles some erosion mounds and stuff. That felt great. Keeping traction. Big hit. Did well. This gets rough here. Bottomed out the back, just I think. It's definitely the center stand. Oh, I really want to attack corners a bit harder, but I'm just a bit hesitant with these tyres. Yeah, this is great. Much better than my v-strom. That thing would have bottomed out big time, and I'm not even going hard, you know. Oh, that was a big hit. A-brake. This is a good test for adventure bikes. You can really push it. Skatey, washed out generally, some jumps here and there, and afterwards it turns into a flowy section. So if you're interested in off-road stuff, this is not the most technical bit I'm going to do, but it's the start of the fun stuff for sure. Second gear. Oh God, it's good having, you know, suspension that doesn't bottom clatter all the time. Yeah, this is good. Alright, bottomed out a bit there. So I could probably use a bit more preload. Alright, got to be careful on the throttle. These tyres. Yes! Hit this washed out section. Second gear. Hit that again on purpose. Tell you what, that was bloody good. The suspension, way better than I thought it would be. Not bottoming out much at all, smooth, compliant. Whew. Let's see how it goes here. Alright, biggest hill. Second gear still tractoring up. Getting rough. Washed out. Hit the second. Oh, big hit. Held on to it. Woo! Lovely. Didn't even go down to first. I'm impressed, everyone. Time for the more flowy section. Way, rear end. Big jump. Yeah, need to add a bit more preload. Try again. Yeah, flat land, just a little bit more rear first. It's okay. Tell you what, guys, pop a good set of tyres on this thing. Look at Lizard, and you're laughing, I think. Colour me impressed. That was pretty good. All right, let's do this. Another fun section. Oh, it actually looks like a proper bog hole on the other side. Okay, nah, it's fine. It's like gravelly, hard pack. While I stopped, I mentioned that I've taken to leaving the ignition on, because otherwise it resets all your settings and it's just a nightmare. And it's annoying every time you plug your phone in your charge and wants you to connect up Android Auto too. The bike itself, go away fly, I'm really enjoying. It's just the electronics and stuff. Get up the peg straight away. Yeah, nice. All right, down we go again. How is ABS on? Ah! Oh, yeah. Where were we? Nice washed out downhill. Go around that. Why make it harder, right? I know we're testing the bike out, but we don't want to be an idiot. This is just the stuff this bike's made for, isn't it? Flowy, erosion mounts, suspension's working well. Frothing, guys. Absolutely frothing. What do we got? We got it. That's what we got. Same here. Come on, the big girl. She loves it. I had to keep going because there was a hole. Those guys a little bit more. Loved it. Muddy section. Two options. There's a lot of options. The ones I want to choose are on the right here or up the left center. Second gear. Oh, that's slippery. A bit more gas. I don't stall them in second. Back down to first. Pretty happy considering the tyres we got on. Pretty happy in general. Well, front. It was only a little one, but it went. Just stopped to have a breather and a drink of water before we hit this technical off-road section that's up here. Now this bit is a great test for off-road bikes because it has a lot of variety. It starts with downhill, rocky, washed out sections, has a couple of muddy kind of hill climbs, and then it goes into a really fun section that's quite technical with some rocky step-ups. Now that is quite hard on some of the adventure bikes. I'm really keen to see how this bike performs on that, and then it goes into some more fun flowy sections after that. Let's get stuck in. It's the only way to do it, right? Let's hit it. Down we go. Yeah, she's been washed out by the rain. Straight down the guts. This bike's surprisingly easy to throw around, hey? Oh! That was deeper than I thought. Just sliding all over the place. It's really wet. But in saying that, this bike's pretty easy to modulate the throttle on, especially in second gear. You kind of just tractor up stuff. Flowing there. Oi! Let's deliberately go slow. Get up in the pegs. Tell you what, this rear tyre isn't that bad. The only issue is the front. You can't push as hard in corners. Digging the sound of this bike. Alright, this is a good hill climb, especially when it's a bit wet like this. You can see how chewed out it is here. It looks really steep, and it is steep, but it's not too bad. Second gear, hit it. Oh, she's washed out. Nearly lost it, down to first, back onto it. Go the big girl. Got spat a bit there, deflected pretty hard. That was much my fault as the bike's. Maybe slow down the front a little bit though. We are at the technical part now. I'm going to start from here, and there's a couple of step ups. Here's one of them, comes up here. I'm going to start there and just go straight up the guts, I think, and up to there. Then once we get further up there, it gets technical again, and record from up there too. It's going to be really interesting to see how this bike performs. Yeah, that was pretty easy in the end. Very happy with that. This is just a continuation of the last bit. There's a couple of big step ups here, and I reckon they're gonna be really washed out. Starting from standstill always sucks as well. It's alright, we'll get there. Keep it steady. Oh, that was a big hit. Not too bad. Bike performed well. On the sharp hits, the front can be a little bit jarring, deflecty, so I might need to slow it down that little bit. That's a good thing about adjustable suspension though, right? I added 3 clicks of preload to the rear. The bike physically feels different, definitely feels just a tiny bit higher on the back. I have to do the same to the front. Definitely a couple of turns in the front, but I don't have the right tool on me. We'll do that next ride. Oh, this looks good. Oh, this looks really washed out. Yeah, boy. How good was that? Oh! When it goes, it bloody rips. It takes that little bit to get off the bottom. I've been inclined to go just a little bit shorter gearing. That's my initial thoughts, because I'm in third gear and I'm just chugging. Alright, if I have to. This should be pretty wild today. Red clay, it's already sliding. I'm not doing anything. Reasonably narrow at the base, this bike. If you're wondering why I'm going so slow, it's because this is so slippery, this stuff, in that street front tyre. Exhibit A. The slowest crappest fall of all time. Not where you want your loaner bike to go, but it happens. Front, yeah, just slid out. Righto. Let's see how heavy the big girl is. I imagine pretty. Lift up the rear. Lift up the front. Oh, not too bad. I picked up worse. Okay, we'll have to cycle it. When you're riding the bike, it actually feels quite light. However, when you want to turn around, or when it gets away from you and really slow speed stuff, like you're about to drop it, it feels really heavy. All right, down we go. Ground clearance. Let's test that. Really good. Didn't scrape my pegs. I don't think anyone's going through that part there. Oh, that ground clearance is impressive. Alright, get across the right in the middle there. See, one of why I'm struggling so much, my tyres just keep slipping into ruts and stuff. No knobs to hold them in and get traction. There we go. Big rut. Good test of ground clearance. Yeah, that's scraping now. You can see there. Way better than some other bikes though. I just can't get it over. Get it through. Go, big girl. Let's get out of here. There's no graceful way to do it. Just gotta go for it. Drop off. There it is. Oh, now. Oh, nearly. My foot went just on the edge. Thank you, grippy boots. MX boots would have been in trouble. I'm starting to feel a bit more comfortable on the bike. That's for sure. Once I set up the bars and everything, I felt immediately comfortable on this bike. Just feels so neutral and balanced. Ergonomics are great. Go, down we go, down we go, down we go, down we go. Oh, man, the ground clearance is amazing. Bit of a muddy day to explore, but here we are. Let the pressure down the rear. This is what I'm dealing with. Muddy red clay. Just gonna try. Oh shit, I don't know. We'll just get up the pegs, changing lanes, get up the pegs and send it if I can take off. No. I'm paddling. I've gotten stuck on this hill, so I've stopped, let the pressures down on the tyres. You can see how caked up they are already. It's really slippery here. So we'll let the pressures down, we'll get a bit of a run up down the hill here, and then we'll send it and just hang on and get it up there. Up to center, I just got to get there. We should be able to stand up pretty easy here. Yeah. Oh, it's crawling across on me. Yeah, easy. Keep it steady. There we go. Well, everyone, we've covered a lot of terrain. I think it's time to head to a quiet spot and have a chat about the bike. All right, guys, that is the end of my first ride video. We did a large variety of riding there. Single track, technical stuff, easy gravel and dirt roads, road jumps. We had it all, and I have to say, I am very impressed with this bike. Much more impressed than I thought I would be, to be honest. I just came in, you know, thinking nothing, just going in blind, and I'm very impressed. The motor, it doesn't have as much punch as I thought it would. Once you start to rev it, and really wind it on, yeah, then it goes. No doubt, it's too fast for the dirt, and you get yourself into trouble like I did a couple of times. On the road, yeah, it still lopes along nicely. I just thought to have a little bit more punch. Maybe if it was geared down slightly, that would help, because the gearing is really tall, especially if off-road. I was in second most of the time, then up to third. So could definitely gear it down, and that would help in the slower stuff too. Suspension-wise, worked very well, very well. I haven't adjusted much, just put a couple of clicks, three clicks into the preload in the rear to try and stop it from bottoming out in the bigger hits. The front, I'm still going to do some work to. On smaller roads and rounds and moderate pace riding, it's very good. You probably won't need to touch it. You'd be trying to slow it down if anything. However, when you're doing bigger jumps and flat landing and that, or sharp hits, I'm still bottoming out, so I'm going to add some preload to the front in the future and then adjust the clickers. On the faster kind of stuff, it felt a bit busy, so I'm going to try slow it down. But overall, for a stock bike, I'm pretty impressed. It's way better than my 800DE suspension in stock. That's like a marshmallow compared to this. One thing that impressed me with this bike is you feel immediately comfortable on it. The ergonomics are fantastic. I mentioned earlier it's like a big Aprilia Touareg 660, and at the end of the ride I'm thinking that even more. It is a bit big in the slow stuff. You know, I was taking it to places it's not meant to go. But when you're doing slow turns, I dropped it once, it just got away from me, the front slid out, it's just too heavy to hold, so I had to drop it. So it is heavy in those situations, but during normal riding, it feels light and it's easy to flick around. I was very, very surprised. It doesn't feel like it's weight at all. And this kind of riding, flowy stuff, fantastic. And on the street, it changes direction well. So, all right, that's it from me. If you haven't, hit that subscribe button. I'm going to be doing more videos on this. We're going to do an off-road focus video at Glasshouse. We'll do some silly stuff. A couple of other videos, and then we'll wrap it up with a review at the end once I've, you know, changed all the settings, gone through it all, tweaked everything, and put some more miles in it. All right, hit that subscribe button, everyone, and keep it on the back wheel. Catches.